Hello, a warm welcome to Pony Tick Juliet today. And of course, this is with heart, and with heart involved. With heart involved, Micha, the cameraman. Exactly, and this here is a lantern, just a bit pimped up with some that was allowed. Fragrant herbs with a light wax candle, and we like it, dear ones. And if you also want to know how this lantern is pimped up, just stay tuned, because we will show you now. There it is. Our sun. Most people know it because we really redecorate it every year, and it really is out there all year round. Outside, I have now cleaned it a bit, and then I traced a few things. I have these birch branches here which we had attached to a board, just like this rusted heart. I will dab it a bit again. Then I have a lot of lavender today. The others are not included today. And I just took an ephel from a terracotta pot at the back. I have the jute ribbon. I also have a string of lights here. Maybe we'll include it in the decoration. Definitely this LED real wax candle. We also have a lot at Hof Ulkers. Feel free to check the video description. There you'll find links to our website. And from there you can reach Hof Ulkers, decorated with Conny. 15%. And what else I have here, the old ones. The birch twig wreaths, I will also redecorate them a bit and use the materials. But I would say let's get started. When it comes to lavender, we've already made a lot of lavender decorations, and we always do it like this. When I cut off the blossoms at the top, meaning the stems, for decoration purposes, I will of course plant the rest here in our garden. Especially here on the side, a lot of lavender is coming up. We have a very dry heath soil. We are up here in the North Heath, and that's where lavender thrives. It likes that. There aren't many nutrients in it, and it really does well here. Maybe we want to show it quickly. Here on the other side, we made the Hollywood swing with you at the back. There's still the lettuce on it, the tomatoes. I'm going to rearrange something there now. They all come together under one roof, so they are very protected. But it has become a great corner at the back. But of course, we will go back there again. Then I also have the horn violets here, the ulcas, the tree root. So it really comes wonderfully and has grown super well, and we are always delighted about it. But today the lantern is coming, and then I take my lavender here and first cut off the stems at the top. Now I always take a small bunch of the lavender, and I want it to be very natural. I have this very large candle here. That means we have a great area here to decorate, and I simply do it by tying a small bunch here with the jute ribbon, just like this. The lower end is not so nice. I want to cut off the rest now. Also cut off the rest. Now you can also use white lavender here, which is always very nice. Tie these small bunches individually here to the ribbon. Was tied tightly. Now I go all the way around and tie the ribbon securely at the back. Wonderful, very natural, a real eye catcher, can dry out beautifully. But you can really use any dried flower or any plant you want to dry, which is wonderful. Sage is also always very nice, rosemary. You can really attach anything here now. Whatever you have and whatever you find really fragrant. Now comes the expansive part, now comes the large part. And I have my birch branches here, and I would really like to simply use Q-Smile with them. I have to see how I can manage that, plan, and arrange them, for example. This way it stands, and I can already place the branch somewhere. Now I take some of the YouTube tape, cut it off, and will now fix my branch here. Again, just like before, like in the turn, simply fix it, just tie it once. And then it continues here with the tape. And around the lantern. Now I'm going around the branch once again. I do this twice. I want this ribbon to be visible now. And then I can fix it again here with the hammer, or rather, I'm tying the rest down here first. I take it really tight and then it holds wonderfully. Now tie the knot here, the second branch that we have, which we fix in the same way. I will now attach it to the side here, and in the same way again, tighten it with the jute ribbon. You could also connect both branches at the top, for example, because then you get more stability. And that's optimal, especially where it's windy. I just had a very good idea, which is a lantern that we can wonderfully place in our entrance. And we still need to do some planting there anyway. And then I would just say it will be very rustic. And already our first. Yes, our first decorative element does that again. And I will now intertwine the first two up here. And now I take my lavender and will at the end just fix it here again. And now we have a bit of ribbon hanging everywhere. You can now hang small bouquets everywhere. Or as I said, maybe even a few herbs. A very fresh bay leaf turned out great. We had also pruned it back beautifully. I will fix it here again now, just like rosemary. I have also trimmed it. Osmohin is of course optimal. I can just here fix it under the ribbon without having to attach it somehow. I do that too, just tuck it under here again like this. Our heart bag, we still have it on wolf elkers actually, and I use it again and again. It's really great, totally durable. Here I just put the D fully in. Again, I find that really cool, and I can just hang it on the branch here again. I've now cut off a bit of the basin and will now twist it here with the wire. Go around here a few times to make it a bit more flexible with the wire so that I can shape it better. Then I'll get started. Wrapped it up. And now the lavender, and you know what I think? I think I'll take some herbs. I now have a bit of rosemary and sage, and we'll put this into the wreath with a bit of lavender, rosemary, sage. And now I'm going around here with the wire. You can also just attach a small piece. You can decide now how much, whether you want it wrapped completely around once. And I'm just randomly placing it here on the two different wall types, just crisscrossed. I want a bit of the ceiling. I tear it so that it's visible and therefore not too much. And a piece of lavender. And now we place it here. We go again around here with my wire. Totally beautiful rock. And with the mountains, I know, and I would like to attach it to the front of the lantern here. I will now cut a piece of ribbon, wrap it around here and fix it at the top with the hook. That means down here as fabric, there is no moss. Now it says inside, totally beautiful. This is really our first decorative element for our main entrance. This has really inspired us now, and we will just see how wonderfully we can decorate the entrance with this lantern here and with you, so dear ones. We really hope that we could inspire you with quite simply not sprucing up something again with natural materials. And that really brings us joy. So dear ones, feel warmly hugged, feel embraced. Sincerely, your Conny and your Mish, your cameraman. Exactly, dear ones. See you soon. Goodbye.